Alright, we're back in. And I think I'll honestly just start as soon as possible. Alright, let's just go. Looks like we started near the bottom of the map. There's a palace over there. Oof. Wow. That nearly killed me. Probably would have if it didn't just get knocked off the screen. Pretty sure it would have. How am I still alive? How am I still living with, like, this little health? How am I still alive? Okay, water of life. How am I still living? Oh, hey there, Pop Soda. Look at my health bar. It's practically empty. My health bar has been like this. Like, how am I still alive? I'll just take a death and not waste any more time. I shouldn't just be standing around trying to plan things out. I should just kind of, like, know what I'm doing anyway. I'll level that up first. Might as well get a full heal out of that. I'll level up attack next, most likely. Said I was gonna go for attack next. And we're already almost there, actually. I mean, something was gonna kill me eventually. I mean, I didn't have much of a choice. I mean, I was gonna die soon enough anyway. I didn't want to waste any more time. That looks like another item cave, so let's just go in it. Oh, wow. 500 bag. That might... That's actually enough to get me my 3rd attack level. Let's take it. A 100 bag. Okay, it's probably gonna take much too long to get the 4 attack, like, right out of the starting gate, unless I get more point bags that are worth 500. I would need, like, 2 before even considering trying to get to, like, 4 attack at this point. So these stats look really interesting for this early on in the game. Let's go here. Death Mountain. I'm gonna say no to that right away. That's... Another Death Mountain entrance. I'm gonna leave that still. Let me just take a quick peek to see what's up here. Oh, nice. An extra life. And I'll try and get life up next. Have no use for magic because I didn't even get a single spell yet. Well then. We almost have our 4th life level. Alright, another enemy cave. I meant item cave. Whoops. Another cave. Yeah, we got a pretty crazy start, to say the least. Another 200 bag. Well then. And I think I'll put it onto magic, since everything else is starting to get kind of difficult to level up at this point. So now it's going to start making a bit of sense to level up magic, since leveling up anything else is just going to get harder and harder to do, because now we're going to start to actually need like a lot of experience just to do so. Actually, I'm going to go get the spell here, because I do have the Water of Life. And we'll just cross our fingers that it's Jump or Fairy, and if it is, then we can get the down stat pretty much straight away. Unless Fairy does cost too much, because we only have 2 magic. We literally just started leveling that up. And I get the fire spell, so that's pretty much useless. And I got the useless fire spell. And I'm gonna have to turn around because there's a boulder blocking that way and I have no hammer. So I'm gonna have to turn around. Actually, I think I'll do an up A, and I'll try and go back to Trophy Cave because I bailed on that one because of the eyeball in there. And then now I just need to remember where Trophy Cave actually was. Because now that I actually have some stats, I can see myself doing it. It's just I need to find it again. And I think I went down and not up. But actually, no, I'm going to check this corner of the map real quick to see what I find. And it looks like there's nothing of interest out here. Nothing of interest in that corner. So I'm just going to attempt to find Trophy Cave real quick. That's just some other palace. Maybe there's something further left and I just missed it because I didn't want to walk through a swamp. There's another cave and there's a forest tile. I'm going to look at this cave. Okay, I think I can take these guys on with my 3 attack. Another 500, wow. I'll try and get that onto life. Another 500 point bag. Yeah, in terms of drops, this was a really good start. I got 2 500 bags pretty much within like the first 7 minutes. And another one. What is my luck? I might actually be able to get 4 attack just because of all these drops. I'm gonna die here though. I can't live forever, so I'm gonna die here. Alright, 4 attack. Really unusual to have my attack level this high and another nice point bag drop. Yeah, more often than not I seem to get like magic jar drops in the early game when I don't want them, but now I seem to always just be getting point bags. And they usually give me a lot of experience at a time too, like a bunch of 500s and 1 200. Alright, so now we have better stats, let's go here. Trophy is in Trophy Cave. And I don't even know what's hitting me. Alright, so it looks like I've cleared out most of these caves already. I've cleared out pretty much everything in the west I could have possibly cleared out up to this point. aside from, of course, Death Mountain itself. My luck is insane with these drops. My luck is getting absolutely insane with these drops. What else can I say? So I'm really not finding too much out here that I can do. I think I'm kind of blocked from just doing much out here unless I go through a random cave and get lucky. I mean, going east sounds kind of risky, but I think I will try going east anyway. I have 3 lives, and my stats certainly look good. Except for magic. I have, like, no magic whatsoever. I'll take the other point back here, too, because why not? Okay, maybe at this point I think it's just going to make more sense to level up magic, because look at how much experience I need to level up literally anything else. We'll try and go east. Hopefully we'll just run into some towns, find some really useful spells, and just get some good items. Speaking of towns, just gotta get out of this encounter and then I can go see what's gonna be over here. Alright, just get past that invisible enemy and then we get a look at another spell. Nice. I'll go use it now. And now it was pretty much almost a full heal. I think I might have to just use it again. Let's take a peek out here. I'm gonna get another encounter. Not gonna be really doing much to avoid it, it seems. I'll run this way. Looks like running right's gonna be like the best thing to do there in the grassy fields. I have no jump spell, so I can't really do anything here. Another point bag. I got like so many of these. What is this? I've already picked up so many of these now. Just what the hell is this? And I know for a fact there's going to be like another one here. I'll just take this one too. Right, so there's an item in here, just don't know what it is yet. We gotta go through the cave, see what's in here. Just another magic container. So I'll spend a bit more time looking at the map on the east continent, then I'm just gonna go back west. If there even really is anything left to do out here, doesn't really look like there's much left to go do. Another 500 back. What the hell? I'm just gonna go back. I think I'd rather just try some caves on the West Continent first and see what I can find out there. That's not one of them. There was an item in there and I've already picked it up. Death Mountain, I'm gonna leave that for later. Let's give this cave a try, see where it brings us. If this leads to where I think it's gonna lead to, I'm just actually gonna turn back. Honestly, I think I've already seen, like, 3 gravestones on this bottom half of the map here, so I think this is just gonna lead out to one of those gravestones, so I'm just gonna go back and try another cave. I don't think that's gonna lead me anywhere where I'm trying to actually go to now. I'm trying to find a cave that's gonna lead to the top half of the West Continent, because that seems to be blocked by a boulder. And it's pretty much forcing me to take a cave if I want to go see what's there. At least until I get the hammer, or maybe something else that'll let me just cross from one side of the map to the other. I'll put it on life. Look at my stats. 446 stats already. This is like something else entirely. Alright, let's go through here. I don't think that seemed to really do anything. That didn't really do anything. Now I get like one of my first jar drops after getting all these freaking point bags. That actually helped tremendously with just leveling up in the early game. Like, tremendously. Even if I want to go through this cave, I can't really do that. Another 500 bag. I'm just trying to find out where to go next. And I keep getting 500 bag drops. What is this? Like, I really didn't get a lot of items to work with. I'm gonna actually go back east because I have no other idea what I could actually do. Tried a bunch of these caves and nothing good really came out of it. So I'll try to go back east. Yeah, I've pretty much been locked out of doing like a lot of things here, it seems. Apparently, I think this is just one of those seeds where you just have to find the right cave very early on. And just hope you get lucky with it. And it's going to give you almost nothing to even work with from the get-go. So this is just hope you get lucky with finding the right cave at this point, essentially. Let's just try this one. I think this led somewhere new. Let's just... This doesn't look familiar to me at all, so I'll take it that that's a good sign. I'll take that as a good sign. I think this is the top half of the East Continent right here. So I'll take that as a good thing. And maybe I'll find something like Jumper Fairy up here, perhaps. Maybe. Because I think I'm going to have to go through Jump Cave to go from the bottom to the top half of the West Continent at this rate, because I really don't know what my other options would be at this point. Like, I really don't know. So I'm going to look for towns while I'm up here, and hopefully I'm going to find one of the spells I'm looking for, because I feel like my options are pretty limited right now without most of the stuff I usually get to start with. Go in the house already, please. Jump. Okay. So that's one of the things I was looking for. I was looking for that. I'm gonna stay out here and see what else I can find, since I did have to go east, traveling on a raft, and then had to go through a random cave. So I'll stay out here. Galaxy Girl, this has been a really interesting run. Look at these stats. Like, I usually don't have levels like this early on. Like, I'm usually not able to get stats like this early on. I've barely found any items, but I found a ton of point bags. Another extra life. I have like 5 lives right now. I've been finding point bags and extra lives everywhere, but only a few spells and only one actual item. I have only the raft. Like, I literally have found no other items yet. Let's try this tile. A magic jar. I'm gonna leave it. I do not need that. Oh, another town. Except I didn't find the kid yet, so I'm gonna come back there later. And there's another place I'm gonna have to return to later as well, because I have no boots. So no means of using that water tile for anything. So this might be some really silly fetch quest for all we know. Maybe I'll just level up here, try and get another point bag drop, and then I'll leave. Except I don't know how well that's actually gonna work, considering like this. Actually, wait, I could just go with some forest tile. And maybe there'll be a point bag there I can just grab, and then I'll just leave. Actually, that's New Kasuto, apparently. I stepped on the forest tile and nothing happened. Let me guess, I'm gonna get... Or I can just grab that point bag. We'll level that up, and then we'll leave. I'm gonna go back to Jump Cave in the west. I'm gonna just leave the east for now. I can't really seem to do too much out there. So I'm gonna go back here. Now you just need to find Jump Cave again. I mean, I'll be able to recognize it when I see it, but I'm gonna hazard a guess that it was in the northwest part of this continent. Northwest, bottom half west. We might be getting close to it. We might be close. Found it. Yeah, this is where I want to go. Except having no jump spell certainly didn't help. Yeah, we had a pretty silly way of just sequencing things so far. Like, the game asked me to go east to get the jump spell just to come back here and use it. At least that's what it looks like. And there we go, 2 towns. So that's one part of Saria, and let me guess, is this the other one? No, this is Rudo. And I have the trophies, so let's bring it back and just get another spell. That would have cracked me up if the 2 halves of Saria would have been, like, both on the same screen. That would have probably really cracked me up there, by the way. I mean, they were in the original game, but I mean, you can't just walk from one tile to the other. You have to just cross the bridge, which it was intended for you to go find Bagu in a forest and talk to him to get permission to cross the bridge. But if you can literally just walk from one tile to the other, and they're both on the same screen, then that defeats the purpose of even having the bridge in the first place. Dead end here, it looks like. Another 500 bag. What the hell is this? Hey, but at least I got the raft this time. Another extra life. And then I'm kind of stuck out here, though. Actually, I think... Actually, no. I think I need to find Bagu. I think we actually have to find Bagu. There... That... Or get... I'll go look for Bagu. I'm pretty sure I know what I have to do. Now I gotta go find another guy. Since this is not it, I'm just gonna leave. I think I have to find Bagu, then go back to that cave. Because I think I know, like, just by process of elimination, where the other Saria tile is. So I'm gonna go look for Bagu. Simply because I don't think I can do anything else to even progress. I think I'm pretty much forced to go look for Bagu at this point. Didn't get a fairy spell, so I'm pretty sure I have to just look for him. I mean, if I had fairy, then I wouldn't even bother with this. I would just use fairy to simply just fly across the bridge, or fly across the river anyway, and just skip this entirely. But I pretty much had no choice but to go looking for him. And now I gotta redo all of Jump Cave because of this really awkward sequencing of events. Even if that's a 500 bag at this point, I think I can just leave it. Yeah, this is a pretty weird seat, to say the least, with how things are just placed around the map. $200. Still a lot of experience, but considering how many point bags we've already gotten, it's not that much anymore. We've already gotten so much experience, it's just not even funny. So we'll cast Life, and then Jump. So now, I should be able to continue looking on the top half of the map. So yeah, triple segmented West Continent. Segmented by a mountain pass, blocked off by a boulder, and giving me no hammer to get through that. Then segmented through a cave to like the topmost segment. Then it's segmented by a river within the top segment. So the top is split into two, and to go across the river, you need to find Bagu, who is actually in the bottommost segment. So if you didn't go look for him, and then you went up, you gotta go back, then back through Jump Cave again, which is 3 full, like, screens worth of... And then there's the fairy spell. On the other side of the river, that I had to cross without it. And then I get the fairy spell. Like, what a run. What a seed this has been. Okay, so there's our grass tile, which has another magic container on it. I found almost all of them, so like I really don't need this many magic containers even. Well, maybe it would be nice, but I'm certainly really not going to need the last one at this point. Yeah, but I'm missing quite literally everything else. But I got like a ton of magic containers. That certainly doesn't happen often. And there's another town. Let me take a peek at this palace. And let me take a peek at this town. We got another free spell here. This is a fucking weird seat, to say the least. Like, I usually don't get seeds that act like this. And that's just spell. I was hoping for Reflect, because if I would have gotten that, then I could have just used it to go and do Palace 4, which I'm right next to right now, but I'm gonna have to come back there later. And I don't know if the game is gonna feel like giving me anything that'll just make backtracking easier, like the hammer boots. Like, I don't know if the game is in the mood to give me anything actually like really useful. So here's the last item cave, let's just go for it. There's no way I'm gonna die here. Not with stats like this. Or these kinds of stats. And that's probably another 500 bag. I think I could care less at this point. Probably couldn't care less. Oh, and the life spell, by the way. Extra life. There we go. It's not going to do much, but it's something we absolutely need. So at least we've taken care of looking for the flute. At least that's been done. Oh, how many times can you hit me in the face with these freaking whatever these are? These skull head fish things. Before I just say, like, this is getting annoying. Another extra life, and I don't even need it. I really don't need the extra lives at this point. What I just need is like a better way to sequence things on the overworld, but I've been getting like piss poor ones pretty much like the whole run. Like every time I want to go and do the next thing, it turns out it's just like somewhere very far away in like some other corner of the map. So every time I want to move on to the next thing, I have to go on some long trip just to go and do that. I think I'll just do that. And I think I'll go to the palace in the swamp since I do remember where that was. Now I'm trying to think if there are 1 or 2 palaces out here. Well, I know for a fact like there was also one just right next to that town I got. Okay, this is either 3 or 6. Let me look. Let me at least take a look. See which one this is. This is probably 6. I'm more than likely than not just gonna get glove blocked on that, so I'm not gonna bother with it. Like, what a seed we have had so far. What a seed. Okay, there's our other palace. So that's pretty much all of them on the west. And this one I'm only too sure I can do. Fairy spell and that big a magic bar, you can definitely do this one. This is Palace 1. I'm gonna try and find the item in here though, because we still need to find that glove eventually, because without that, we can't even finish. And getting the hammer is going to open up a lot to us, by the way, when we find that. Dead end, let's just go back. I'm gonna try this elevator next. See what's up here. Really? 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 Can I literally not hit this one enemy? Really? Can I literally not hit this one thing? There we go. Now we're finally moving again. Alright, so there's the boss. Now I can just go and level up, and then I'm gonna come back to go see what items in here, because this is the shortest palace, so of all the palaces, I'll have to put in, like, on average, the least amount of time to get the item in here, so I'm gonna do it. Palace 5, on the other hand, that might be, like, the most amount of time, on average, you'd have to invest to go look for the item there. This one's definitely the shortest. I think Palace 2 follows closely behind 1 in that regards, because it's the second smallest. But Palace 1 is just ridiculously small compared to every other palace in this game, so... We're just going to try going left as much as possible, because that's the general direction we need to go in to get this item. And we already found the item room. They always look like that. Oh right, I need to use Fairy. Magic Key. Nice find, but I think it only might really help for Palace 6. Like, there's still other items I'd rather find over the Magic Key at this point, since I already do have Fairy. Like, mainly the glove, because if I don't ever find that, I can't win. Like, I cannot finish without a glove. But if I'm not mistaken, I think Town of Mito was just up here. So I'm going to go here real quick to go get the down stab, and then I'm going to go east. It was probably just right up here. So I'm going to grab this down stab, and then I'm going east. Get jump selected. So I'm just going to get down stab, then go back east and see what we find there. I mean, there will be, like, another temple or two to try for items. But first, let's just get the down stab. Could have used it earlier, but with stats like these, I didn't really need it that badly, because my stats are just insanely good for this early on in the run. They're insanely good stats. Let's just say if they weren't, I would have gone for the down stab sooner. I would have probably gone for it at like the first opportunity I had to go get it. But this time I only got it like 42 minutes in. Let's see what palace this one is real quick. Since I have the flute, I'm going to at least try and identify this palace. If it's something like 2, if it's 2, I'm going to go for it. If it's anything else, if it's 5, actually I'm also going to go for it if it's 5. It's 2. I'm definitely going for it. I would have attempted it even if it was 5. So I'd rather find the earlier and easier palaces first. Because since I'm still in the mood for checking items, I'd rather have to go through the smaller palaces to look for items before, like, doing the bigger ones. Holy shit, this screen. Look at all the iron knuckles. There was like 4 of them. 3 red ones and a blue one. That was so many of them. And we already found the boss, so let's just go and beat him. That was quick. That was awfully quick. And then we're gonna look for that item. That pretty much... that didn't last long at all. But we're still gonna look for the item because I very well may actually need whatever's in there. Wait, what? Why am I... Why did I what? Why am I not back in front of the palace? I just... What? Huh. I just warped to, like, the wrong side of the map. I warped to, like, the top half of the East Continent. I think I warped onto the tile where New Kasuto was. I think I somehow took a wrong warp to New Kasuto by accident. And personally, I think it might just be faster to just backtrack from the start to get back to Palace 2 rather than just try and find my way back on the East Continent. Like, I recognize where that was, it's just, how did I end up there, of all places? So, I left the palace as usual, and I was supposed to just... I don't know. At least I did remember to claim my level up, but... I was supposed to end up just outside that palace, but... I ended up somewhere completely different. It put me somewhere completely different, so... I don't know what to say about that. So let's just go look for that item. Hopefully I'm going the right way. No way to know for sure yet. Until I start seeing dead ends. Or perhaps the item room I'm looking for. Like, why did it just warp me there specifically? Like, why did I end up on what I think was New Kasuto? And I still don't even have the hammer, so... Ugh. And let me guess, this is gonna be where the hammer is. Like, I was just given some offer to go to New Kasuto. And then now I get the hammer! Fuck you, game. Fuck you. Fuck you, Zelda 2. Fuck you. Oh, it put me back! It happened again! It put me back! Why is it putting me on New Kasuto instead of just in front of the palace I just left or entered in? Why is it not putting me back at Three-Eyed Rock where the palace is that I was just in? Why is it putting me somewhere completely different? What the fuck, Zelda 2? Oh yeah, I do have spell. Gonna get that ready. And I think I'll just do this before I forget. I'm gonna get the spell from this building. Looks like I can get in the fireplace. I've done at least 30 of these, so of course I can get in the fireplace. So we have to find the kid. And bring him back to Darunia. We have to go find the kid. To get Reflect. It's pretty much like forced to go find the kid at this point. Because we need that spell to fight Karok in Palace 4, and... I'm not gonna go back there until I actually have that. Preferably, I'm not gonna go anywhere near. Neat. We got the boots. So just getting around the map's gonna get easier. I think I'll just do an up A. And then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next. Oh, maybe I could actually done one of those palaces. Whoops. Well, at least trying to figure out what to do next is gonna get easier. I'm gonna have more options available because I now have boots. But I probably shouldn't have done an up A at the first chance I had to. I probably should have just stayed there a bit longer to see what else I could have found. So I am tempted to go to Darunia to get a hint as to where the kid is. Because I have to find that kid to win. The town was right up there, but I can't even go there. Or I think maybe I could look for Maze Island. Or I could go... Actually, no, I'm going to look for Maze Island first. I'm just going to follow the river. as far as I can, because that way I just get less enemy encounters. I can then walk on this water. Yeah, how the boots work in a randomizer, see, it is like any water tile that's just not out of bounds you can walk on. This is still in bounds, but trying to walk up here, you'd go out of bounds, so you just can't walk there. You can walk on literally any other tile, though. That's like a water tile. Including the one that's got an item on it, and if you don't have the boots, you can't ever get that item. There's the Great Palace. So we have to come back here later to finish. So we really have to keep an eye out for both the glove and the kid. And we got the glove, but we still need the kid. So after this, I think I know where my next stop's gonna be. I'm gonna try and go back to the top half of the East Continent, go to Darunia, and just ask, like, where the kid is hidden, and then go do the palace that's over there. Alright, so let's go back. So now I think I have to go through just the right cave again, just to get back up there. Or I could go for Death Valley. Death Valley is also an option. Would certainly be tough without fairy feet, but I could try it. I mean, since we're right in front of it, why not? Yeah, the more I miss this, like, the bigger trouble we're gonna be in. I can afford to screw up a few more times, and then we might have to start worrying. This is actually palace number 5. Let's just go here and see what we find. Since this is part of Death Valley, I might just stick around to look for the item, even though I'd much prefer not to. What if it is the kid that's here, and what if I'd have to backtrack if I just said no to the item, like, while I'm here? Like, again, we never really know until, like, we've searched it. I mean, if I would have known that I was going to absolutely need to find the kid to finish, I would have asked for a spell hint sooner. Like, I had no idea I was going to absolutely need him, though. That was disappointing. To find that there. That's probably going to serve, like, no purpose whatsoever. I'll take a peek here real quick and see if we maybe just stumble into Goomba by accident. Doesn't really look like it. Just more of this, more of the usual. Let's try here. Dead end. Let's go back. Nice, we found Goomba, so I'm gonna get shield and life up. And let's just fight him. Now he's just going off the screen. He killed me. He just killed me. What the fuck? He just killed me. Well, that was a fail. That was a really big fail. I almost got. He was just about to die too, and he killed me. Like, he was just about to, like, get knocked out. That was so fucking close. Rip, indeed. Now I gotta redo pretty much the entire fight. Like, I had no idea he was just gonna finish me off like that. I had no idea he could have actually killed me. Like, that life spell got in just like a few frames too late. Like, I cast that just a bit too late and he was able to kill me. That sucked, but certainly had much worse misplays or boss fights than that one. Certainly had much worse in earlier seeds, so I'll just try and shrug that one off. As stupid as that was. Like, as stupid as that one was. Now, hopefully I just stay in Death Valley, because I want to go look for the item. Okay, good. Still don't know why I got randomly warped literally somewhere else completely. I'm gonna try going to the right. Because I might have cleared out everything on the left side. Actually, this looks like a... I think that looks like a dead end, so... maybe I should just go left again. Like, I'm trying to think if I've cleared out everything on the left side of that first room. Because for the palaces that don't have loops, you can essentially sort of just break them down into this tree structure. And one approach you could do to just make sure you've covered every room in a palace is just go down every single branch before just popping out using an up A. I'm trying to think if I went down here. That would be like one of the branches right there, where it just branches into two paths. And that would be like the end of one of the branches of the tree. And once you've hit that end, you would just turn back and not go back there ever again. And I don't think I've been down here yet, but I've been to the right, and I think I've scoped out everything to the right. So I think I'm just gonna have to find, like, a bunch of rooms down this path. Then eventually I'll stumble into the item room. So it's gonna be the false wall room right here, apparently. And I'm probably gonna find more branching paths until I find, like, the item room. So everything going right in that first elevator room with the blocks, the glove blocking you going left if you don't have the glove, I've probably covered everything to the right of that room. But now I'm going down from that room, and now I'm just going to stumble into a bunch of rooms I haven't been in yet, and I'm just going to follow the branches out as far as possible until I hit dead ends or what I'm looking for, and then I'm going to leave once I find what I'm looking for. But with the palaces that loop, this tree structure doesn't necessarily hold up. Because, like, tree structures aren't supposed to have loops in them. And that's pretty much palaces 4, 6, and the Great Palace that you do, like, at the very end. Everything else doesn't have any loops. So I think this is going to be some really long path to the item room we're going to have to go down here. I think we're on this long path, personally. The path to Goomba wasn't that long, but the one to the item room, that's certainly going to be, like, much longer, by the looks of it. I still have 2 lives. So even if I'm forced to take 1 death to refill magic, I'll be okay. Or I could pick this up, and then just give myself another fairy cast. I actually have 4 keys, so I'm doing really good in terms of keys, like really good. Now 3. Still doing very good in terms of keys. So I'm probably not going to need to really die anywhere to refill magic, most likely. And we just found the item room we were looking for. Just pick a branch, any branch, except for ones you've already picked before, look through. And just hope you get lucky and find it. And I found a life container, god damn it. And I got a life container. Not too impressive, considering how much effort that took to get. So really would have liked a better item. I would have liked something I actually need, like, say, the kid. I would have rather found the kid there. That way I can just bring him back to his mother and get, like, reflect. I think I'm going the wrong way. I think this was an item cave. And I think I actually need to go through this swamp and enter this cave to get back to the upper half of the East Continent, where there's Nukasuto and a palace to do. And then there's Darunia, where I'm going to just go quickly take a peek, get the spell hit, and the upstab while we're there. Because for all we know, maybe he could be in Palace 4, the kid. We might have to make a trip down there just to go get the kid, and then return later to fight Karak. So now I just have to start running left. So I'll take a quick peek here to see what palace this is. I'm pretty sure this is 3. And I think I'll just go for it right now. I'm gonna go for it now, after just refilling all my lives and my magic bar and everything. I'll just go for it. Man, this palace, though, looks pretty. Who'd have thought Rebenak would have liked pink? That's a dead end right there. Let's just go back. I can still barely even move in this room. What is this? So, we just found the boss. We almost just jackhammered him to death, but we were like 2 hits away. Still a really good try, though. Not such a good recovery with failing the jackhammer, but it was still pretty cool. Like, I got that far with it. So I know where I want to go, perhaps, to go look for that item. So I'm going to put the gem back first. Then I'm just going to go left. Backtrack up until a point where I feel like I can just find that next item. Okay, I can leave through here. So let's go down the elevator. Then just go right. And just keep going right until we hit the item room as much as possible. Wait, it looks like we're pretty much in there right now. I have 6 keys! Oh wait, no wonder I have so many keys. I'm not actually using any up, I have the magic key, I just remembered. No wonder I was doing so good with key count. I want to see what's supposed to be down here, even though it doesn't look like it's gonna serve much of a purpose at this point. It doesn't really look like there's much of anything important down here. It's probably just stuff like point bags. Actually, no, I think this desert tile might have something. Maybe this desert tile could have something. I mean, there's one that has an item on it, and I don't recall having seen it yet, so let's try this one real quick. Okay, good thing I did. That's the kid right there. There's the kid just by himself in the desert doing God knows what. Zelda 2's take on essentially why you should never leave your kid in the hot car. Yeah, tomorrow it's gonna be 2019, like... I can kind of vaguely remember when the year just started. Now it's already ending? Holy crap. Just wow. So once I go bring the kid back, I pretty much know exactly what I need to do. Like, I can finish once I bring the kid back. And I know for a fact we can just completely scratch off Death Mountain from our to-do list because we have every item we need. And the 2 palaces that are left to do that aren't Great Palace are on the west side, so I can probably knock those both out pretty easily. Oh, right. I was getting confused for a second, thinking this was the wizard. But no, you're supposed to be teaching me the reflect spell, not like how to jump. So I'm gonna go and get the reflect spell, and then leave, and then go back west. And just do the 2 palaces there, knock those both out as quick as possible. I'm gonna do 6 first, then I'm gonna knock out 4. Then I go to Maze Island and finish this all off completely. Hopefully 6 will be nice to me. So we're gonna do 6 first. Because I remembered it was in this swamp here. I'll just do that real quick to just despawn those enemies on the overworld. So I get like a no encounter. Then I just need to walk over to this... Okay, I got the ferry. Probably one of the best encounters you can get since it just takes less time to leave the encounter than like just any other average enemy encounter. Like less distance to cover to just walk off the screen and then just get back to walking on the overworld. Like if you have to take an encounter, definitely want to go for the ferry. But if you know you can avoid them all, you really don't want the ferry encounter. Especially since it's still slowing you down, by the way, compared to just getting no encounters at all. So I mainly just want to find the boss here and just get this over with. Like, I really don't need to do anything else. When did I wake up? About like 9:30. Well, I did go to bed at 1 because I was running another of these early. Well, I was running one of these last night. The jackhammer trick's not really working. I'm just gonna kill him the old-fashioned way. I think if it would have been a bit further to the left, that trick would have worked. Not gonna waste any more time, I'm just gonna knock him out the old-fashioned way. Well, let's just hope this is the right way, because this room requires effort to get through. Hopefully the effort's not for nothing. Here's a pitfall I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take a fall, get fairy out in case that room pops up where I need to use it to. Well, not this room, but there's another room where you can go right, but you pretty much need the fairy spell to actually go into it, because you'll just fall into the next room otherwise. Yeah, I'd be up for that. I'll try this room, and if this is a dead end, I'm gonna be disappointed. I'll give this a shot. That actually just leads to a bunch more rooms. Let's try right. If I find the item room, I'm not even gonna bother with it. That actually looks familiar. I think I just went in the circle, because I actually recognize this room. I actually recognize this! What the hell, game? I recognize this too. I was literally just here already. Yeah, I just looped around again. Yeah, if I can just keep this thing on the screen, then it won't respawn somewhere else, and just... it won't hit me. So I'm gonna drop down another room and see what happens. Because that just made me go in a circle. Let's go left. Likely some Castlevania. Probably gonna stick with the Trevor Only Sunken City category because I have more experience, like, with that specifically. That plus I've just been meaning to get this Deathless run in. I didn't go up this elevator yet, right? At least I hope I didn't go here yet, because I just looped back to that room again. I literally just looped back there again, what the hell? That's just the item room. Looks like the item room to me. No other room in Palace 6 looks like that, so I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna jump down there. And I think I go down this way. I don't recognize this. Well, I recognize it, but I didn't go in this one yet, so this might be a good sign. So there's another pitfall I could opt to drop in. I'm gonna try checking left first, see if this looks any interesting. No, that's a dead end, so I'm definitely gonna drop down and see where this brings me. I am definitely gonna jump in the pit. I'm gonna get fairy ready because I think I'm gonna hit that room where you need to fly through. Like this room. So I'll use it here, and I'm gonna assume that Barb is down here at this point. Because I literally might have covered every other option except for that one. At least it didn't take me too long to realize I was just running in circles. So let's just get this over with. 7 hits in one cycle, nice. Alright, we're pretty much done with that. Whatever that is, I'd have to just quickly Google that. Central Standard Time, was it? I'm probably, like, confused about my time zones. So look, what I streamed to 1 AM essentially is what you're asking. Or maybe like an hour before. So yeah, I do have the hammer, so now I can finally just take the shortcut through here and not just have to turn back at it. Whoops. Get on the road! Get on the road! Don't live up to your name, Eric. Get on the road. Stop living up to your name. So this palace was probably somewhere around here? There it is. Found it. Alright, so there's our last palace to go to, and then it's just Great Temple. Another purple one. Like, I had a pink palace not too long ago that I was going through. I had a pink one. Extra life up there, it's not even worth grabbing. I'm gonna leave it. And I got one as a drop. I really don't need these drops, by the way. I'm perfectly capable of just finishing off this palace on 1 life, I think. And that room looks familiar for some reason. That room looks very familiar. That just leads back outside. What the hell, game? That leads outside. So I just went in the circle. So I'm gonna go down here. I hope not. So what room is this? Because like every time I go in a circle, it just confuses the hell out of me when I go in a loop. Even though I should be like kind of expecting it by now with these palaces, because I've already done enough of these randomizers. I should just be expecting to go in a loop at least a few times. Yeah, like, even rare, but sometimes it does happen, where a room would literally just loop around itself. Yeah, like, I've had, like, 1 or 2 cases in the Great Palace where this room would literally just loop around itself. Like, you go through the right side of the screen of that room, and it just puts you on the left, and vice versa. You could literally be running through that same room, like, 5 times before you realize that something's just not right. And I actually did run through it like a couple times before I realized, wait, I'm looping around the same room over and over again. What's New Year's 2020 gonna be like, though? Maybe I just walk back to where I use the... Actually, I'm gonna get on the road. And I'll just walk back to where I put the raft. If I can just walk across this road... Nice, I can just walk across this road here. Look at that experience I would need to level up again. It's totally not worth it. It's totally not worth it. Yeah, this is why I rarely ever have 7 attack, by the way. Because once it gets to this point, it's just like... You require like something like 5k experience usually just to get 7 attack. It's really, really not worth it. So I'm just gonna hop on this river because I get no enemy encounters on it. And I'll follow the river pretty much to where I go to Maze Island. And then I can just finish. Well, let's see if Great Temple is nice. I don't know yet how it's gonna be. I'm pretty sure I can kind of walk straight there on Maze Island and not get any tile encounters, most likely. I might be able to walk straight there. Yeah, I can walk straight there. And since this is Great Palace, I'm gonna get the shield spell ready. Oh, Thunder doesn't cost a lot. See how much Thunder costs, because we're gonna need, like, magic to spare for Thunderbird, of course. Yeah, that does tend to happen when that slime boss spawns. Like, sometimes it lags really that bad. Like, you think the game just froze with that lag spike. You would think the game froze, but it's just that. Oh, shit. Should've not gone there. That was a rough start. That was one hell of a way to start. And I still remember, like, the last one I did, like, last night looked like an ice temple. This kind of looks like the opposite. Or that. Oh my god, this encounter though, holy shit. That's a scary encounter to say the least. That's really not the encounter I want to see. Okay. Glad to get off that screen. Only to get punished some more. We're not off to a very good start. We're not off to a good start. I'm gonna get Fairy ready in case this guy gives me a hard time again. Or he'll just jump off, so I think I can get away from him. Oh my god, another blue one. Not off to a very good start here. Oh fuck, it's this room. Oh shh, I'm gonna cast Fairy. I think it's pretty much a forced move at this point. Just gets worse and worse now, does it? This is not, like, the kind of room I was looking forward to in the slightest. This one's not going to be all that Well, we'll get through it. It just looks really intimidating when it just first appears on screen. That plus, like, the lag you're gonna get just trying to go through this room without killing the enemies is just insane. But considering just how much trouble these guys give you, it's not worth to really go kill them. Like, I can just not fight them at all. I'll just simply never fight them. Thunderbird, please? Thunderbird? No, it's just another of these rooms. Another drop. And I'm gonna take this one, just hope for the best. And I'm actually nervous it just sent me back a long ways. I'm actually nervous that it just made me go back. This looks familiar enough, so I'm gonna assume that it did. And just do an up A. I'm gonna assume that just sent me backwards. And then just leave with an up A. Because if I really went that far back, then I'd like to just get all my lives back. Right, fine, I'll take some other way through here. What if I try going up first, and then maybe, like, I'll go right later? Didn't try going down here yet, so let's just cross our fingers and hope for the best. Because for all we know, that might just be, like, one giant loop there. Unless I have to go down the Eon drop, perhaps, to find Thunderbird. I'm gonna guess I have to go down that drop in the lava room. Yeah, like, let me just say that I think I've already seen this room. And the one after it. So I'm pretty sure we just dropped into a room not too far from where we actually started in the first place. Yeah, because this looks awfully familiar with that spiky thing and those horse heads in the room before. Yeah, I recognize all this. We looped backwards, fuck's sake. Or I could go left and see where this brings me. This is also another option, potentially, just to go left. Oh boy. Another one. Gonna get fairy ready because I don't trust myself with that there. I don't trust myself just to not die there. Or I could try going this way. And maybe Thunderbird could be down here for all we know. Hey guys, what game is this? Jimmy? This is a Zelda 2. This is Zelda 2, but it's been put through a randomizer. Including the Great Temple, so I gotta guess the right series of rooms to do this as fast as possible. I'm gonna hope there's a jar in here, and we get the enemy. And then there's this room. Oh, freaking hell. These blue ones are the worst. Uh-oh. Yeah, it was, by the way. It was. I almost cast fire by accident. What am I doing? Can't cast life. I'm just gonna have to survive with quarter of a square of health. Somehow. Oh boy. Actually, I'm gonna be fine, at least for this room. Unless I do something really stupid here, I should be okay. Then there's this room. Nice. I was gonna hope that was actually not just like an enemy. It was a magic refill, and it was. And that's like the wrong end of the L7 room, so I'm supposed to just turn back straight away there. Let's go right. I feel like I'm on the right track, it's just... This was a pretty rough Great Palace. I went in a loop. That really didn't help. I'm gonna get shield up. Not even sure what's in this room. I guess it was a good thing I had it, because this guy... And I just didn't get hit on him anyway. I somehow avoided them completely. Shield again, because I pretty much like to use shield in every room here. I mean, it's a pretty safe strategy just to spam shield for, like, the whole Great Palace. And look, another 500 bag. Except this time it does absolutely nothing. Yeah, we're pretty much at a point where leveling up is absolutely pointless. We gotta go back. Well, your attack reach is much worse than it was in Castlevania, by the way. So that doesn't help matters much either, by the way, with your worse attack reach. I'm gonna try going left. Wait. Actually, I'm gonna get shield up. Try and deal with just so this guy doesn't hit me too hard. He's not making it easy. Now, did I even... Okay. So this is like the bottom part of the L7. I'm gonna drop down here, hope for the best. And I'm gonna assume that we're in the other room that looks like this, and there's no magic jar in it. I'm gonna have to die to Thunderbird, though. I'm gonna have to die to him, because I don't have enough to actually cast Thunders, so I have to take a death here. I gotta just die to Thunderbird real quick. Because the only way to even hit this boss is to cast Thunder to reveal his face. And with the magic bar I had going into that room, I could not cast it. Yeah, like with this seed, it requires almost 4 full squares of magic. I had like barely even 3, so I did not have enough. So I had to die to him just to refill real quick, and now I can fight him. Except it definitely takes a lot of effort to set this up properly. And yeah, Reflect goes a long way here. If you can cast Reflect, do that too, by the way. It goes a long way. And I could still get killed if I'm not careful. Really? Did I just do that? Missed again. Yeah, we're almost there, but this probably isn't going to be a sub 140, especially if Dark Link's not immediately after this fight. I don't think this could be a sub 140. Unless Dark Link's in the room immediately after and he behaves perfectly, which I doubt all that's going to happen. That plus missing the key there isn't helping matters much either. And there he is. It would have been really close, though. Let's just see. It definitely would have been close. Had I not gone in that loop, we definitely would have had it, no problem. Had I not gone in the loop. And he's already trolling from the get-go. Goodbye, sub 140. We hardly knew you. We got damn close, though, to say the least. We might be within like 10 seconds of it, for all we know. Or maybe 15. Like, a little, like, under 15. Fucking stupid Great Temple. I'm pretty sure the original game didn't have a Great Temple where if you went down the wrong pitfall, you just go back. But in the randomizers, it can happen. And I got nicked by that. Wondering how much time I lost. Probably not much, because it didn't take long for me to catch on that I got just sent backwards. I realized within, like, 2 rooms, and I was starting to even get the hint as soon as I landed in, like, the first room after taking the fall, so... Probably wasn't much of a setback. That plus I went down several dead ends just trying to actually find the right way. I think my Great Temple might have taken me about 15 minutes to beat total. I never read the books, so I wouldn't be able to tell you much about the books. I only saw one movie. I'm gonna go eat and then I'll be back. What about the movies? I saw one movie. And like the 5 words I pretty much said throughout like over half the movie were pretty much, she didn't sign the contract. Like over and over again when Christian would just make his moves on Anastasia, I'd be like, she didn't sign the contract! She didn't sign the contract! What are you doing? She didn't sign the contract yet! She didn't sign the contract! She didn't give you, like, her written consent! What are you doing? Well, that was more or less my reaction to pretty much the entire concept of 50 Shades. It just does not portray the BDSM community properly at all. Like, you're supposed to get the person's consent, and, like, Christian didn't really do that. You're supposed to get their consent. You're supposed to, like, have both sides of the party agree to whatever you do. Like, whatever you do, because it is a smorgasbord. Yeah, that's what 50 Shades of Grey is more or less about, but it just gets it wrong. Because it lacks the whole consent part of it. Stands for a lot of things. Hope I don't scare Jimmy off with this, but... I hope I'm not gonna scare Jimmy off with this. Like, he just got here. Well, of course. I mean, sex does overlap with this stuff. So I'm gonna go put the time I got onto my ROM file. Because I keep pretty much all of them. And like every time I finish one, I just put down the time it took me to beat it. They're not always accurate, but they're usually close. I mean, considering it usually almost always takes at least 90 to 100 minutes, I don't have to get it perfectly. And just with Swiss and finals or brackets seeds, I have like about 30 of them right here finished. And the max rando, I had like 8 that I kept, that I finished. And I have like 2 max rando ROMs that I forfeited on, and 3 Swiss ones that I forfeited. So I have like at least 40, maybe even 50 of these. 30 plus I've finished, like something like 38 that I've kept. Might have deleted a few, but I know for a fact I've kept like 38 finished ones. Probably won't be too much longer before I get to like 100.